Hello and welcome back, or welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Maisie and today I am doing the 24-hour reading challenge. Last time I did this video I did the version where I read straight for a 24-hour period, but this time I thought I would do the timer method so that I actually read for 24 hours and see how much I can read in 24 hours. So it's Friday afternoon when I'm starting this, and I will be continuing this probably over the full weekend or however long it takes me to get to 24 hours, and I will be putting a timer on my phone, and then whenever I'm not reading I will of course pause the timer, but I want to try and read as much as possible, otherwise of course this is going to take forever. So I thought that I would start off by going through my preliminary TBR for this video. So the first book that I will be reading for this video is one I actually started yesterday. I mean, I literally am 23 pages into this book, so I've hardly read anything, but that is Butcher and Blackbird, and this is I think it's described as a dark romantic comedy, and our two main characters are serial killers, but they are serial killers who kill other serial killers. So I think that they're, you know, going to be somewhat redeemable, and I'm excited to read this because I've just heard such amazing things. Everybody that I've seen read it has loved it. When I put this on my TBR for the month, I got quite a few comments and messages from people saying how much they love this book. So I am very excited to continue reading this. And it's not a long one, it's about 320 pages, so I just think that will be a really good one to read in this challenge. I'm also going to be reading a book on my Kindle, and that will be The Teacher by Freida McFadden. This is Freida McFadden's newest release, and she is a thriller writer. The other books I've read by her I have really enjoyed. They're all really quick, easy, fun reads, and that'll be perfect for this challenge, so I'll probably read that on my Kindle more like later in the evenings, or if I'm feeling a bit slumpy, that'll be a really good book to read. I also have 3 other books I want to read, so maybe this is a bit ambitious, and also we will just kind of see how we go. If I'm not in the mood to read one of these books, I will pick something else out. For now, this is kind of what I'm vibing with. So Betting on You by Lynn Painter. This is a YA romance, and I love Lynn Painter's other books, so I'm really excited to read this one. Again, I think this will be quite a quick, easy, fun read. And I also wanted to add a fantasy romance to my TBR for this challenge because I might get bored just reading romances, although I have already got a thriller. I love fantasy romance and I'm in the mood to read one as well. So the one that I'm going to be reading is A Fate of Wrath and Flame by K.A. Tucker. This just sounds really good and a fun fantasy romance. It's the first book in a series and I'm excited to dive into this one. And then the final book on my TBR for this video, because I need some pain and I need some emotional trauma in my books, and this is a book that everybody seems to love, and again, when I spoke about this one, everybody wants me to read it. I actually put it on my Instagram story the other day whether I should read this or the Happy Ever After playlist. This one won by a landslide, but I did actually end up picking up the Happy Ever After playlist because I just wanted to pick up a book that I could finish before the end of February, so I chose that one in the end. However, I do think I'm going to do a video soon where followers pick my reads for a week. So if you haven't already, make sure to go and follow me on Instagram. I will leave it linked down below, and yeah, that way you will be able to vote when I do that video and anything else similar. But anyway, the book that I was talking about is Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. Now this is a bit of a brick, so I'm not sure if I'm going to regret putting this on my TBR for this video because it's obviously going to take me a long time to read. It's about 800 pages long, but people just love this book and I'm desperate to read it, so it's going to go on the TBR and hopefully we will get through this one as well. So that is my preliminary TBR for this video with The Teacher by Freida McFadden as well on Kindle, and we will see how we do. So I think I have covered everything that I want to cover. Oh, sorry if you can hear my dog, he's back again. You've got a toy, have you? So what I'm going to do now is start my timer. So let's press start and get reading, I guess. Oh, I did forget to say that the dedication at the start of this book really made me laugh. It says, for those of you who read the trigger warnings and said accidental cannibalism, count me in, this one's for you. I'm intrigued. about this weird lighting. It is really dark. I thought I would update you. Time-wise, am on. Well, I've done nearly an hour and a half. So not very long, to be honest. That's kind of because I had some work to do and also F1 qualifying was on, so I had to watch that, which I'm sad that Charles isn't P1, but he's on the front row and I'm happy. Anyway, on to the book. God, it's so blue. Why do I look blue? Okay, I think if I put you there, I at least don't look blue, although I am now having to stand on my knees, so it's not that comfortable, so I'll be quick. So as I said, I've done about an hour and a half, which, yeah, not great. I need to get on it this evening and do a lot more reading, otherwise it's going to take me a very long time to do this 24 hours of reading. But I am 100 pages into Butcher and Blackbird, and you know what? I'm loving it. It's such a good time. Like, it's so quick and easy to read. I'm loving the romance. I love Sloane and I love Rowan. They're just like adorable. I just want them to be happy together and in love. And they are like my favourite serial killers I've ever known. So yeah, that's my update. I guess I'm gonna get back to reading and try to get this time down. So yeah, I will speak to you maybe hopefully when we have finished our first book. Although granted, I'm only a third of the way through, so I don't know how long that's gonna take. All right, I need to stand up because my knees are too old for kneeling on laminate floor. Okay, I'm hoping this lighting isn't too bad. And also, I hope you can hear me. I'm talking quietly because I don't want to wake Ollie up. But the timer is paused on 18 and a half hours. And I have just finished our first book, Butcher and Blackbird. I enjoyed this. As I said before, it was just really fun, good romance. I would say I probably preferred the first half to the second half, especially in terms of the romance. But overall it was like fun throughout and I had a good time reading it, and I'm going to give it 4 stars. The whole like first half of this book, I was honestly thinking this could be a 5-star book, or if not then definitely like 4.5 stars. Yeah, the romance, it just didn't get me enough in the second half, like. And now I'm going to read a little bit of The Teacher by Freida McFadden on my Kindle before I go to bed. It's currently 12:30 though, so I'll probably literally read for like half an hour, but I just want to get this timer down a little bit more, because otherwise I'm going to have so much reading to do the next 2 days, and I've got loads to do. I actually have quite a lot of other things to do over the next couple of days as well, but I'll talk to you about that tomorrow. So it's actually currently 2:30 on Saturday and I've not read anything yet. Oh, by the way, before I start talking, I have just got a new microphone and attached it, so if the audio sounds different, that's why. Hopefully it's a lot better audio. But yeah, so it's 2:30 on a Saturday and I've not done any reading yet today because I have filmed and edited my February reading wrap up that needs to go up tomorrow, and to be honest the F1 starts in half an hour, so I'm probably not going to actually do any reading until after the F1, which means we have like a long evening of reading ahead of us. So I'll probably check in with you after the F1 has finished and I will then start reading. I'm rooting for Charles today, of course, in my Leclerc jumper. That's the update. I will catch up with you in a bit. Excuse the light, it is 1 AM and I have just finished The Teacher. The timer is just under 14 hours to go, so that means I've done 12 hours so far, right? Oh no, I'm so stupid. It means I've done just over 10 hours. So 2 books so far. Granted, they are both like quick, easy books. So my thoughts on The Teacher are, I really enjoyed it. I just, I don't know why, but ever since I finished it, like the ending, it's just really made me laugh. Like, it's so fun, it's such a good time. I love Frida's twists. I love the plot twists that Frida puts in her books, and literally like the last 20% of that book was wild, and I just really enjoyed it. So I think I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. It's just so fun. If you like thrillers and you like other Frida McFadden books, I'm not sure why that cushion's there. Honestly, my dog is always moving all of our cushions. If you like Frida McFadden's books, like the other ones that you've read, then I definitely recommend The Teacher. It's maybe my favourite one, I don't know, maybe tied with The Housemaid, but I just really enjoyed it. And also, if you're not a big thriller reader but you want to try out the genre, then I definitely recommend one of her books. Yeah, it was just so fun and I loved it. As I said, it's 1 AM, so I don't know how long I'm going to stay up for, but I really want to finish this challenge tomorrow, so I kind of want to get some more reading done today, because I don't know how I'll manage to do 14 hours tomorrow when I'm going to the cinema as well, and I can't stay up late tomorrow because work. So I'm going to stay up a bit later, and I'm debating picking up either A Fate of Wrath and Flame or Binding 13 next. I'm not sure like what I'm in the mood for, fantasy or romance. Obviously the worrying thing about Binding 13 is it's really long, so I don't know how long it's going to take me to read it. I think what I'm going to do is read the first line of both and then see which one I'm feeling more. I think I'm going to start this. The probably best book to start would have been Betting on You, because I think that's just a YA romance and it's not too long, which would probably be the best book to start at this time. But it's upstairs in the bedroom and Ollie's asleep, so I'm not going to go and get it. So yeah, I think I'm going to go for this. I need to find my bookmark. But yeah, so I'm going to start the timer. And let's start book number 3. I mean, this is 800 pages, so this is like 2 books in one. So I'm hoping I'll be able to get onto another one in this video, but we will see. Right, less talking, more reading. It is 11:45 on a Sunday and our timer is at 12:05. So I think I've read for nearly 2 hours so far today. No, that's not true, is it? I've read for an hour today and I am up to page 114 of Binding 13, so I thought let's give an update. So first, to just give a very brief overview of what this book is about so far, is we have Shannon, who is our main character, and she, sorry if you can hear that, I think Ollie's making a smoothie downstairs. Okay, I think he's finished. We have Shannon, who basically is starting a new school. She's moving to a private school, even though she doesn't come from much money. Her mum has decided to invest and take her to a private school because she's basically just been bullied really badly ever since starting secondary school. This is set in Cork in Ireland, by the way. Is it Cork? I think it's like somewhere near Cork. Anyway, so she's starting a new school and on her first day she gets knocked out by a rugby ball that was kicked by Johnny Kavanagh, and Johnny is our male main character and he is like the rugby star of the school and he's like training to go pro. Anyway, he knocks her out and then he kind of looks after her until her mum comes and picks her up. to take her to a hospital, and he kind of likes her straight away and she likes him straight away, but she is only 15 and he is 17, nearly 18. So he's trying to ignore his feelings because he obviously doesn't want to go out with a 15-year-old. That's basically like where we are and what's happening so far. I had my reservations about this, and I'm still not 100% sure how I feel because it will just depend how it plays out. But actually I'm really enjoying this book. I'm enjoying the writing. I love a character-driven story, and that is what this is and seems to be. I'm just having a good time with it. It is very long though. It is what? Yeah, just shy of 800 pages. So, I mean, I hope that we can finish it in the time. So I'm going to get as much reading as I can done, but there are other things I also need to do, like I need to walk the dogs, for example. I need to eat. Those are the only other things I can think of that I need to do, but I can't just sit and read and ignore other things that are going on. So we'll see. I'll get as much reading as I can done tomorrow, but to be honest, I'll get as much reading as I can do today, but it's kind of seeming like this might have to carry on until tomorrow. But we will see. I really didn't do enough reading yesterday or Friday, but it just got busy with things that I need to do. Like I hadn't cleared out a full weekend to do this. I'll check in with you a bit later when I have got a bit further in and knocked some time off. Right, it is 3:30, so we need to go to the cinema soon. So I thought I would just check in with you before we go. So I still have, honestly, I swear this timer just isn't going down. Like I swear I have spent like all day reading and I've still got 10 hours and 20 minutes left. So realistically, I'm not going to finish this today because I think by the time we get back, it'll be like 7, need to eat dinner. I'll still try and do as much reading as I can this evening, but I won't be able to stay up late, so not looking great. So this is going to carry on onto Monday. I am up to page 250 in Binding 13. Guys, I'm having a great time. I am eating up this romance, and I really didn't think I would, but I am just loving it. I'm loving the slow burn, the tension. Yeah, I just love it. I'm enjoying the writing. I'm having a great time. It's really long, and I know that obviously Johnny and Shannon's story as well carries on into a second book, which is also really long, but I'm just loving it. I'm having a great time. That's the update. I will check in with you later when we're back this evening. Bye. I am back. I have had dinner and now it's going to be time to read. It's currently 8:20. And guys, when I tell you that in the cinema I was thinking about this book and I was thinking, oh, I'm actually so excited to go back and read it, because also the place that I left off was like, I don't know, it was just like a good part, and I'm really excited to see what happens next. I'm loving this book, and I kind of had big doubts about whether I was going to like it, and I'm just having a good time with it, and yeah, I'm excited. So just making a cup of tea. I'm just going to watch maybe 1 or 2 YouTube videos just because it's Sunday, so loads of people have posted, and then I'm going to get to reading and we will just read straight through the night then. Not through the night. We will read straight through until I go to bed. Okay, right, bye. Actually the next day, and guys, I have finished Binding 13 with 2 hours and 40 minutes left on the timer. I absolutely loved this. It's a 5-star for me. I am obsessed. I really want to go straight into the next book, but I also really need to get through my TBR for this month, and I can't just binge this series, unfortunately. But it was so good, and I really didn't think I would like it, and even though like some parts of it really cringed me out, I was just eating it up. The romance I just absolutely loved. It kind of felt, I don't know why, but it felt so nostalgic for me. I loved the fact that it was set in 2005 and the music and stuff that they were talking about on iPods kind of reminded me of like One Tree Hill, and also I was gonna say it reminded me of like the time that I was at school. I'm actually not quite that old, but the times feel a little bit similar with iPods and things, so yeah, I don't know. Absolutely loved it. Can't wait to read the next book. Please let me know, is the second book just as good as this one? And also Saving 6 and Redeeming 6, are they just as good? So with that in mind, we're obviously going to be finishing off this challenge today, and I have 2 hours and 40 minutes left, as I said, and I'm going to start Betting on You by Lynn Painter. Now, I'm not going to finish this in the 2 hours and 40 minutes. It is over 400 pages long, although I am thinking it will be quite quick pages to read. So we're just going to see how far we get. So we're going to run this timer down. I will let you know how far we get, what my thoughts are, and depending on how far we get, I may just continue this vlog until I finish this book. I don't know, we will see. Anyway, I will speak to you soon. That is time. That is 24 hours done. I am on page 226 of Betting on You. So to be honest, I'm probably gonna finish this and then I will speak to you to wrap this all up. I literally have 8% battery, so we're gonna have to wrap this up quickly. But I wanted to just quickly go through the books I read in this video and my final thoughts on them. So we read a total of 4.5 books in the 24 hours, which isn't loads, but I suppose this book was like 800 pages, so almost that counts for 2 books. And let's go through them. So Butcher and Blackbird was the first book that I read. I really enjoyed this. It was fun, it was quick, it was just a good time, and overall I gave this one 4 stars. Then I read The Teacher by Frida McFadden. Again, really enjoyed this. It's probably up there with The Housemaid for me in terms of my favourites of the thrillers that she's done that I've read so far, and I gave this one 4.25 stars. Next we have Binding 13, and this was a 5-star book. I absolutely love this. I can't wait to get to the second book, and yeah, 5 stars. Love it. And then the final book that I read was Betting on You, which I read only half of in the 24 hours, and then I finished this later, and I'm gonna give this book 3 stars. I don't think I've really spoken about this book, and I don't really have time to now, so I'll speak more about it in my monthly wrap up. It was okay. It was quick and easy to read. I like Lynn Painter's writing, but I just didn't really connect with the romance. I didn't feel the chemistry, didn't love the romance. So yeah, overall I'm gonna give this one 3 stars. So that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching if you watched till the end. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on any of these books if you have read them. And yeah, I would love to see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Bye!